asked, probably on a weekly basis, what are the grow medias that I use? Sunshine Mix number 4, wow. And then the Pro Mix BX. I'm pretty much down to use any Pro Mix. That's just the ones that are readily available around here. So that's what I use mainly. But yeah, that's what all these microgreens are grown in, guys. I can get right about 60 trays out of one bale. Right about, it's somewhere in that area there. Kind of depends. We use this scoop right here. To actually put in the medium. Yeah, as you can see, it's quite windy right now. That's why we actually have the loading station inside of the garage with all the grow medium, and this wind, it just blows up and gets in our eyes, especially Lily. So she's a little bit shorter, right at eye height with the loader. A lot of dirt gets in her eyes. So anyway, just put that inside there for her. It's getting loud in here. I'm gonna head on back. I just wanted to show you guys, I guess. Yeah. All these. Now, I've used other grow mediums in the past. I've used the Kellogg's brand, the brand that you get normally at Home Depot. I'm trying to shield you guys from the wind. Close out my car. I was getting ready to split, and then I realized I had actually those two bales right side by side, and I was like, oh dude, here's a perfect opportunity for me to show you guys the bales that I use. I'll interchange those both. Either one of those I can find. I can either find one or the other, so it's pretty cool. What I found with that Kellogg's, man, I've said it before in other videos, I got mushroom spores out of it. Mushrooms actually popping up in my trays. I had to throw away a gang of microgreen trays just because I wasn't willing to take that chance, you know what I'm saying? They were inky cap variety. I'm not exactly sure on the toxicity or anything like that. Wasn't willing to take the risk, so I went ahead and stopped using that Kellogg's brand. I found those same mold spores in other grow mediums too that were local around me, and so yeah, I stopped using those as well. And then I was like, screw it, I'm just gonna go straight with the Pro Mix. Spend the extra money. It actually comes up to like 58 cents a tray. Not really feeling any big hurt personally. I've actually doubled the amount that I'm now spending on my grow mediums. So, and you can keep your eyes peeled too. Sometimes I find that stuff pretty inexpensive. And then two, if you're willing to buy it in a large quantity, if you have the space, you can probably save a little bit of money there too if you just buy it in a pallet. You can also go with the coconut coir if you want to mix it yourself. There's definitely that option. Thing is, I just don't want to mix anything myself, so I'd much rather have it all mixed and blended, because at the end of the day, the way I look at it is like that amount of time that I'm using, much rather spend the money. And I really do find that I wasn't really saving that much money, to be honest with you. Yeah, it wasn't worth it for me. I've used a bunch of different varieties of grow mediums. I've used Coco Loco, which is like a part of like the whole Fox Farm brand. Love that stuff, but then they pulled it off the market. It doesn't spread across as much, and it's almost just as expensive. We yield a half a pound for broccoli, a pound to a pound and a half of radish, as well as sunflower per tray. All these are per tray. Pea, we're doing right now, we're playing with the seed densities with pea, pretty much anywhere from 6 ounces clear up to 3/4 of a pound. Everything's pretty much the same. When I was using peat moss, however, just peat by itself, because I have grown directly in peat, we were actually getting pretty decent yields out of that as well. But what I found with peat is that my mold issues arose way more. I mean, way more mold popped up. So you kind of want to be careful with going just that way as well. I believe that was more because of the acidic properties in peat moss, or found in peat moss, that are probably giving me some of the problems there with some of those seeds. You actually need to start mixing lime into the peat to try to balance stuff out. And it was just, at the end of the day, it was just like, dude, I'm tired of it. It's just a headache. Just spend the money and buy the better, or actually the more expensive grow mediums. I feel a lot more comfortable using them, and that's why I go that direction. But if you feeling better using whatever it is that you're using, yo, leave it down below. I really want to know. I'm bars, dude. I'm always on the hunt for the best grow medium. I'm really hoping you guys can hear me right now because it is kind of windy. I just wanted to hit that video really quick just because I get a lot of questions about my grow medium, what it is that I'm using somewhere or another, someplace, either at the farmer's market, on Instagram, YouTube. I'm constantly getting them. So here's just a video. It's just soil or grow medium. A lot of people ask, this is normally one from farmers markets, can you reuse your grow medium? I personally say no. I don't reuse my grow medium. A lot of other people do, and they actually have success. I would almost think it would be best if you had some way of really heating up that grow medium to really break down or kill anything that might have popped up while you were growing your microgreens or your last crop in. Then yeah, I would give that a go. Microgreens, they don't need any nutrients or anything like that in them to grow. Some people do utilize a little bit. If you want to take a look at my findings, and it wasn't a control test or anything like that, but you can find my experiment with grow medium and compost tea down below. Growing with compost tea and microgreens, it might be something there. We'll get a little bit more into depth on this soil thing. It's pretty important you get the right grow mediums. Although I will say a lot of people use a lot of different grow mediums out there. I can tell you I've grown on pads. Yeah, watch that video. It shows you. That was before the Pro Mix. But like I said, I've grown a lot of different things. But we'll get into some of that maybe in a later video if you guys really want to know. If you guys have any questions about findings and different things outside of what it is that I've already told you, put it down in the comments below because I would love to follow up on it. I don't want this to be something I just breeze over. If you guys really want to talk about some soil. Anyway, guys, Happy New Year. I'll talk to y'all soon, man. Peace.